So the Mummers is coming up on the 125th year. So what we wanted to do, we wanted to spend a little time and give a little feature here and talk about the Mummers because it's one of the proudest and richest traditions in Philadelphia. So Bones, just give me a little bit of a background for someone who does not know what the Mummers Parade is. What is it?
So it's the oldest folk parade in the country,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just voted the number one parade, holiday parade in the country. Um, I think they won that like for the last like 5 years or something. I seen just with this voting thing but it's the 125th parade coming up. 1901 it started, and it's five divisions. There's the comics, the fancy clubs, the wench brigades, the string bands, which are like
Music.
the face. They're like the face of the mummers, I would say. And then my division, the straight fancy brigades.
Obviously, everyone's in traditional costumes. That's the biggest signature of the event, right? Is the costumes everybody's rocking,
Yeah,
and
but
the
like the string
famous.
bands, they're like most worldly recognized. Like they've been to Rome,
Mm.
China, different parades over there. They perform for the Vatican,
Oh, wow.
and everybody knows like the big guy, and that was Bob Shannon. He was captain at Quaker City for like 40 years.
On New Year's Day, right? So that's the
Yep,
big
every January 1st.
January 1st every year. So what is the name of your club?
Downtowners.
Right. And was there anything a distinguishing factor that you would talk about your club that makes you guys different than from some of the others?
Um, so going back to our history, we were like one of the first clubs to build floats on the street
Oh, wow.
to where like the one year they built like a giant pirate ship, and this is back in I think it was 1971 when they did Buccaneers. They had a giant pirate ship, and
Right.
they were like one of the first clubs. The guy that did it, our founder Bill Isaacs, he was uh, like a game changer when it came to the parade, and I think we started our first parade was 1960. We originated in 59, 1960 was the first parade, and they won their first parade in 67. So as like a younger club, it's
Oh,
pretty
wow.
good.
Yeah, that's great.
For
They,
64, they won first prize.
they were pretty instrumental in the float access
Yeah.
aspect of it.
Yep.
Okay, and then how long have you been in the parade?
This will be my 29th parade.
Wow.
Yeah. So my first parade was 1998. It was actually the first year that the Fancy Brigades were in the convention center
And you've been with the downtowners the entire time.
the entire time.
Okay, awesome.
So my dad started out. He was like a marshal. He like drove the truck. He worked with a guy. Um, he asked him to drive the truck for him for New Year's Day. It's like, yeah, sure. So drove it for a couple years, and then one year, him and my brother decided to join. That was 1997.
Hmm.
They finished. They got second that year. They did a pirate theme, which was
Yeah.
just talked about, but that was another one. They built a bigger boat that bigger pirate ship that year, and then in 1998 I joined my
Wow.
first parade. Me and my other brother, Vinny.
You mentioned earlier that you're the president of the downtowners, right?
Yeah,
So I don't think people realize how much goes into running a club.
yeah.
So why don't you give us a little bit of an idea? You don't got to get into dollars and cents, but obviously I'm going to tell you guys right now, it's a big financial outlay, right, for everyone involved.
Yeah.
So tell people the time that goes into preparing for the parades and also what you do on an annual basis.
So when people say this is like 365 days a year, it's 365 days a year. I mean, the bills don't stop. Like we have
Right.
our clubhouse, which got to keep on going, maintaining that, and then
It's a lifestyle.
yeah, and it's our dues start like the parade is January 1st. Our first payment is due 2 weeks after that for the next year. So we have to have people like quick changeover um, to get people back, and then we do
Right.
like new members like 3 weeks after that, and then start in February. That's when the themes we get going on picking a committee to vote on the theme by March. Our
Right.
theme's picked, and it's constant money in, money out.
Yeah, Slim, do you want to? I have
Yeah,
It's a $250,000 business
It's a
at
quarter
least.
million dollar. All right, so he basically is running a business. Is the time commitment of preparing for the parade? What's that look like?
So we after we pick a theme, it's a lot of meetings, just to get like a concept of what you want to do,
Right.
and then putting that concept to paper,
Yeah.
and then getting sketches drawn for costumes, for floats, and then agreeing on all that, and then giving it to a costumer to build it, and
Right.
then the members to build the float aspect of it.
And then you're practicing the choreography.
Practice starts in like August for
Right.
some groups, all the way through to up to New Year's Day. There's changes
Right.
because we don't drill with the floats all year. Once we get in the convention center, we could drill with our props and stuff. So if we see something we don't like, it can get changed on the spot.
Right. Okay. So yeah, this is an annual business with months and months and months of choreography. And talk about the Downtowners Clubhouse, and also if there's any other perks of the club that you want to talk about.
Yeah, so we're right off we're in South Philly. We're like one of the last clubs off of the Mummers Row, Second Street. So we're on Snyder Ave, and we're right across from like two popular bars there in South Philly.
Right.
And we bought our clubhouse in 2000. We've been there since like '01,
Okay.
like in there. So we haven't been there all 60. We've been around since '59, so this is our 65th parade or 66th parade.
Right. It's a beautiful clubhouse, beautiful bar upstairs, like, sports bar level bar. You can they rent out the hall for different events, right? So it's the real deal.
I've been down on 2 Street or 2nd Street for those non-natives. And I've seen you bust a group to a ton of songs. And there's 2 that stand out. And I want to know if you had what's the better New Year's Day song? Shout or Kesha's TikTok?
Shout. Easy.
Okay. Okay.
We were going
Well,
at it with Shout last night
Praise.
at our party. Yeah.
I remember you
must have
guys
just
all
missed it.
going crazy for Kesha back in the day.
All right. So final question on that. So you are a second generation mummer.
Yep.
What are the odds that we're going to have some third generation mummers coming with your little army?
So they go out. My father-in-law has a club, the Brysons. They're in the Wench Brigade.
Okay.
This is actually it's his family that runs it. It's actually their 50th parade. And with America's 250th birthday coming this year, their theme is Tanks for the Memories
Nice.
for their 50th year and America's 250. So be on the lookout for all the little Boneses and the Bryson.
Is this their first year?
No, they've done it the last
Okay.
couple years.
Okay, so they're already third generation mummers and
Yep.
act awesome. So
Yep.
there you go. That's exciting stuff. If anyone is interested in joining the Downtowners, reach out to Bones, reach out in our DMs, whatever. He'll take care of you. And root for the Downtowners this year.
Yes.
If you're a fan of the red corner, you're a fan of the Downtowners. So let's go. Let's get a big year.
Yeah, we're going up second this year. So if you want to catch the show, it's 5:00. That's the judge show. There's also an 11:30 show down at the Convention Center on New Year's Day.
Slim and I
tickets
will
available for both.
tickets available, and you can watch it stream. Slim and I will be down there.